Welcome to the Italian Football Podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Italian Football Podcast. I'm Carlo Garganese, joined as always by Nima Tavali. On today's show, we are delighted to welcome on the Udinese and Nigeria goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye, who has been in the last year one of the best goalkeepers in Serie A and has started the new season very well as well. So Maduka, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, I'm very fine. Had a morning off and getting ready for later on training. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Hi Maduka, this is Nima. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start at the very beginning. You're now in your second season with Udinese. How did you enjoy your first year in Udine?
Yeah, first year was a little bit how can I call it, like, let me say turbulent, because I arrived from Watford, from England. Didn't play at all in Watford. Came from shoulder surgery, and luckily the Pozzo family gave me a chance here in Udinese. And yes, I arrived as a second goalkeeper, and in I think 17 games I made it to the starting 11, and then the journey was starting. And I'm very happy about how about it's going now.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you did have a very impressive first season in the Serie A and with Udine. You were statistically one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and you were very key in Udinese avoiding relegation and staying in the Serie A. Were you happy with what you did last season?
Yes, of course, very happy. I think it's very important, not just for us players, but also for the club, as Udinese is in the Serie A for the last 30 years. And it was very important for us to stay in the league. And I'm happy that I could be part of that and play a role in helping the club staying in Serie A, where Udinese belongs to. And on top, good performances, of course, from myself, but also from the team. And with strong fans behind us in tough times, we made it on the last day.
You did. It was very dramatic, I remember. Well, if we're talking about your own development, what areas do you feel that you can still improve as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, there are for sure a lot of areas where I have to improve, especially when I want to reach the point and the level where I want to be. There's a lot of improvement in any part, but I'm surrounded by a very good goalkeeping team, and I'm sure that I will develop in the parts where I have to develop.
Well, Udinese, last season you had Fabio Cannavaro who achieved the salvezza, as they say in Italy. But now this season you have a new manager in Kosta Runjaic. There's not a lot known about Runjaic now that when he first arrived among Serie A fans. What kind of a manager in person is he, and what can you tell us a little bit about his philosophies and how it's been working with him so far?
Yeah, it's been great, to be honest. It's been I think quite new experience for all of us, because he's a very special guy, and that makes him a great coach. He's a little bit spiritual and working with a lot of energy, and I think we needed that, and we can feel it, and we can also see it on the pitch that was missing. And since he arrived, I mean, we've been a whole new team, and we are very happy with him, and I'm looking forward for working together with him.
Just to follow up on that, Maduka, in what way is he spiritual, would you say? Like, in what kind of ways does he bring the spiritual side?
He tells us that he believes in little details of energy, of feelings, and he's a very honest and straightforward guy. So he really tells us what he feels like and what he thinks, and he's not holding back anything. So that makes him very special, especially in this area. How there's also other coaches who maybe don't talk to you that much or don't talk honest to you, but he is a very honest guy, and that makes him not just that, but that makes him a top coach. And on top of that, he's preparing us very well for every game.
That's interesting. Players definitely appreciate honesty. Going back now, as a kid, who were your footballing, well, let's say your footballing and your goalkeeping idols as you were growing up?
It was always Nelson Dida from AC Milan. It was always him, never somebody else.
Yeah, he was a great goalkeeper. Have you ever met Dida?
No, I never met him, but luckily, since I arrived in Italy, there's sort of contact to him through other people, and I'm very happy about this because, I mean, I grew up watching Dida. I grew up standing in goal, thinking I am Dida. You know, he gave me a lot of motivation, and for me, he's the number one goalkeeper in the world. You know.
Yeah, he was fantastic. So, did you have a team that you supported as a kid? It wasn't Dida's Milan, was it?
Yeah, it was. I maybe need to watch out what I say, but it was back then. It was Dida's Milan. Yes.
Yeah. Dida was fantastic for Milan. Of course, won the Champions League for them with the penalty shootout against Juventus when he was off his line for quite a few yards. Off his line. But he was great.
Back in the day.
Who do you think is? Yeah, back in the day. Who do you think is the best goalkeeper in the world right now today?
Very difficult, because for me, how can I say it? The way I'm learning from the top is, let's say when I want to, or when I study build-up play, I watch Ter Stegen. When I study high exits, I study Ederson. When I study saves, I watch Courtois. So let me say, in all different parts, there are for me different goalkeepers on the number one spot. But when I have to say in total, difficult. But I think the most complete one is Alisson, Neuer. Difficult one. I don't want to answer this question.
No, you're absolutely right. Some goalkeepers are better at some things, and some are better at the others.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough. Talking of legends, Alexis Sanchez returned to Udinese this summer. I mean, what's it been like working with or being joined by such a club legend? One of the best players of his generation.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I remember the first day when he walked inside the changing room, and I was sitting on my chair, and I sit right in the beginning, and I looked up, I saw him walking in, and I just stood up and gave him the hand, like Alexis Sanchez. I mean, this is a legend of the game, not just here in the club Udinese, but in the whole game, and it's a privilege, and I'm proud and I'm grateful to be able to work with players like Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely. A legend of the game. And one other question about one of your teammates, Lorenzo Luca, who, of course, I'm sure you face in training all the time.
Yes.
I mean, it's right now, Italy are crying out for a striker, a number 9. Do you think Luca has the ability or the potential to be Italy's number 9?
For sure, he has the potential. For me, he's already a top level striker, but like myself, we are young and we have to work on a lot of stuff. But I'm sure that he will be there, and sooner or later he will be there, 100%. And he have all the qualities. He have the height, the special heights. I mean, 2 meters. Not every striker is 2 meters tall, and still he have abilities of a striker who's not that tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's a very special player, and I'm happy to play with him, because he also gives us also a lot as a team, as a player, and for sure he will be there.
Turning now a little bit to yourself again and your own ambitions career-wise, you were linked with many clubs this summer. Would you like to return? Would you like to return to England and play in the Premier League and Champions League one day? I mean, what are your targets and ambitions for the future?
Yeah, for sure, Champions League. I mean, this is what we dream of growing up. So this is the number one target. But yeah, I know that I have to take things step by step, and I'm not there yet, and I still have to work on a lot of things. but I also know that I can be there, you know, and that's why we are working hard all together. And about England, I don't know yet, because I really like it here in Italy, and I'm very happy in Italy. I'm learning the language right now, you know, and I would love to spend some more time here in Italy.
Speaking of your people and representing your community, I mean the Nigerian national team, you've got 16 caps for Nigeria, and Nigeria, they've gone through a kind of a difficult time recently with Finidi George leaving. But how's the feeling in the Nigerian camp? Are you guys confident you will recover and be able to qualify for the 2026 World Cup?
Yeah, like you said, we are in a quite difficult situation right now. But when we are reunion in camp, it's always a big vibe, you know, and it's always coming together and family vibes, and I'm sure that we will get to our goal. Yeah, and we just they just announced a new coach, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to what's coming in the next weeks, and getting ready, yeah, for the games.
And on a personal level, what would it mean to represent Nigeria at the World Cup in 2026?
Yeah, it would mean the world. I mean, I grew up watching the Super Eagles, you know. When my father came back home from Nigeria, he always brought us some Okocha jerseys or Finidi jerseys, you know. So yeah, it means the world, you know, and to represent my fatherland is a dream, and of course, in a big tournament like the World Cup, it's even more special.
Yeah, Okocha, what a player he was. I mean, you were born in Germany. You grew up in Germany, as you said, to a Nigerian father and a German mother. Yeah. Was it always your intention to play for Nigeria, or did you ever consider playing for Germany?
Honestly, I never really considered playing for Germany, because it was always Nigeria, you know. I grew up in Germany, but the house was kind of Nigerian with my father as the leader at home, and so it was. Yeah, I didn't even have to make a decision, because it was always Nigeria in my head, and as soon as the chance came, I took it. Yes.
Yeah, fair enough. You're very tall. You're one of the tallest goalkeepers. But I read that you started your career as a striker. Is that
yeah,
right?
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I started as a striker. My father is still telling me that I would be a better striker instead of a keeper. Yeah. Okay. No, but I started as a striker, and yeah, by mistake I ended up in goal.
How old were you when you became a goalkeeper? Like when you switched, when you changed positions?
Yeah, I started very early. I started when I was 4 years old, and I became a goalkeeper when I was 5.
Oh, okay, quite a long time then. Talking of strikers, just again with Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria's forward options are insane. Yeah. I mean, Osimhen, Lookman, Boniface, Chukwueze, Iheanacho, Tella. I could go on and on and on. Yeah. I mean, first of all, it must be hell for you facing these guys in training for Nigeria. But secondly, I mean, is there a country right now with a better group of attackers than Nigeria? I mean, they can't be, can they? I mean,
yeah, honestly, it's in general, not even our attackers. It's our squad is unbelievable strong, you know. And but yeah, like you said, the strikers, it's sometimes I have tough working days but yeah, also there's for me, it's just to train with top strikers like them is just process for me, and I can learn and learn and learn, you know. Facing shots from them is good. Yeah.
Just before we let you go, we play this rapid fire game where we give you 2 or 3 options and you pick one. You don't need to give an explanation if you don't want to, but you can also if you want to, okay?
All right.
So the first one, I think everyone in the world's been asked this. Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay, Ronaldo. There's no doubt there. No doubt there.
Didn't even finish the question. What's your favorite food?
Jollof rice with goat meat and plantain. Shout out to Nigeria.
Nigerian. What are you currently watching on TV, like Netflix or TV series?
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Yeah, that's a good one.
If you could pick one Udinese teammate to fight for you, who would you pick?
Fight for you in which sense?
Like in a boxing game, boxing match.
Game.
Yeah, something like that.
Beside of myself, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a good question. I think.
Who's the toughest? Who's the hardest, the strongest?
Yaka Bijol.
Really?
Yaka Bijol.
I would go to war with him.
You would go to war with him?
If you're having a house party, you can invite any 5 people, dead or alive. Who would you invite to your house party?
Oh, yeah. For sure, Dida. I would have a lot of questions. Oh, yeah. I'm taking too long time already. Okocha, yes. Kanye West. Oof.
Your dad?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I never party with my father, so it would be very interesting.
Okay.
And
would you pick someone that's good for a party, has a good time in the Udinese squad? Who likes a party?
Who would be the best one out of the Udinese squad?
Isaac Success.
Okay, Isaac Success. Yeah. Okay, Isaac Success. Yeah.
So, who's taller, you or Lorenzo Luca?
Lorenzo. I think Lorenzo's taller. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and who do you think will win the Scudetto this season? Inter, Milan, Juve, Napoli, Atalanta?
From the way it's going right now, Juve with Thiago Motta looks quite strong, but for sure Inter will also be a top candidate.
And finally, the most controversial question we ask all our guests: pineapple on pizza, food heaven or food hell?
Food hell. No way.
Good answer. Thank you so much, Maduka, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
We wish you all the best with Nigeria and Udinese, of course, for the rest of the season. Everyone else will be back on Monday. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Great interview. Wish you all the best.
Thanks.
We think you'll go to the top, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.